Alright, I'm just going to say it straight up how it is about the Lakers right now. They're in trouble. So that's 2 losses in a row to teams that they should have beat. First, the Kings without De'Aaron Fox. Then the Raptors without Fred VanVleet or OG Anunoby. And before I keep going, please remember to like the video. Only takes 1 second, really helps out. I don't like the fact that I'm making this video, but I'll be glad to grow my content off of this nonetheless. And also please remember to subscribe. I cover basketball, baseball, and football on this channel. If you love sports, this is the place for you. And I will talk more about the NFL draft later, but I'm going to get this out of the way first. And also, please remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Oh, and I always forget to do this, but links to my social media are in the description. So, let's get going with the Lakers right now and their recent struggles. They are 1-6 in their last 7 games. And LeBron and Anthony Davis, they do not look right at the moment coming off their injuries. And it's really concerning. And Anthony Davis, as much as I love the guy, him not being willing to take contact does bother me. At his size, he's got to be more aggressive. I understand he's coming off an injury, but still, even when he's not coming off an injury, yeah, that's really the only thing that's holding him back is the fact that he doesn't like taking contact. But okay, we'll talk more about that later. First, I want to go over their remaining schedule. So this latest loss to the Raptors, it's the first game of a back-to-back, and their next game is against the Denver Nuggets, and that terrifies me, I'm not gonna lie. The Denver Nuggets, even after Jamal Murray tore his ACL, they're still playing really well. And this is only making Nikola Jokic's case for the MVP even better. And Michael Porter Jr., he's really elevated his game, and we're going to have to watch out for him. And yeah, he was my preseason pick to win Most Improved Player. Yes, that's Julius Randle, but Michael Porter Jr., not a bad candidate at all. Pretty much doubling his minutes from last year, and almost doubling his scoring average from last year. And he and Nikola Jokic, I swear it's a match made in heaven, so yeah. Next game is going to be a really tough one. And LeBron left this game early because of ankle soreness, and he was really passive in this game. So to know he's not really 100%, that scares me too. And the remaining 8 games, so yeah, I just talked about Denver, and then there's also the Clippers, the Blazers, the Suns, Knicks, Rockets, Pacers, and Pelicans. Okay, at least the Rockets should be an easy win. And the Pacers and Pelicans, yeah, they're beatable, especially if the Pacers are still banged up by then. And the Blazers, okay, well, they have a great offense, not a good defense, but the Nuggets, Clippers, Suns, and even the New York Knicks, who are my second favorite team, as you know. Yeah, that's a really tough schedule coming up. And against the Kings, yeah, I'm going to talk about this game against the Kings now. So, the Lakers were up 10 going into the 4th quarter, and they couldn't even score 20 points in the 4th quarter. They also shot abysmally from 3, just 25%. As much as I am okay with space and pace, there comes a time when you have to stop shooting the 3, and it isn't just the Lakers in this game. It's a modern NBA problem that teams just don't know when to stop shooting the 3 because of the analytics. Seriously, at a certain point, regardless of what the analytics say, you have to stop shooting the 3 if they're not going in, and you have to start attacking the basket. That's at least how I was taught how to play basketball. I don't know about you, but at least for me, yeah, that's what I was taught. And towards the end of this game, LeBron did make one big 3. That was the only 3 he made. Then he missed the next 2, one of them being an air ball. And it also didn't help that the Kings bench severely outplayed the Lakers bench. And then this game against the Raptors, again, LeBron looked very passive. Only 11 shots and 5 turnovers. And Anthony Davis, getting back to him. It's nice to know he's a great mid-range shooter, but he's got to attack the basket more. And, okay, I understand he's coming off an injury. Fine, I get it. But I also just don't like that he's so afraid of contact. And in this game, 12 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. Hey, we need these guys to get in rhythm right now. Only 8 games left, some really tough games on the schedule. This is not okay. Now, Kyle Lowry did hit some really tough shots down the stretch, and for much of the game, he was going off. I was really wishing that Dennis Schroeder was playing, but even if he did play, I don't know if he could have really made that much of a difference with the shots that Kyle Lowry was hitting late in the game. Well, maybe he could have given them more of a spark on offense, but Kyle Lowry was just hitting some really tough contested shots late in the game. He just had the hot hand. There were plenty of those shots where I really felt like there was nothing the Lakers could have done differently. But yeah, the fact that he has to enter health and safety protocols for the second time this season, yeah, that bothers me. The fact that this virus still has to affect the season when almost everyone's getting vaccinated now, or at least most people I know at this point. And yeah, I'm getting pretty fed up with the virus myself. I'm sure many of you viewing this have already been vaccinated, and if you have, I'm really happy for you, but too bad my country's so slow. I'm in Japan, for those who didn't know, and I have to wait until mid to late summer to get vaccinated. Yeah, I know. I'm very frustrated. I'm getting more and more frustrated about that every single day. But I'm not going to go too into detail about that because this is a basketball video. Kyle Lowry just killed the Lakers, and Pascal Siakam too. 39 points and 13 rebounds. Pascal's a good player, but he's not so good that he should be doing that to you. Pascal and Kyle Lowry, they just killed the Lakers all game long. Well, first quarter the Lakers didn't look so bad, but it was in the second quarter when they lost control of this game. Kyle Kuzma, Andre Drummond, and THT, they played well. Well, THT, aside from his 3 turnovers and 4 fouls, but he at least scored 14 points in 22 minutes. But I am a little concerned about the fit with Andre Drummond and Anthony Davis, because Drummond clogs the paint, and yeah, Drummond did miss a couple chippies early on in the game, but he was 8 for 14 with 11 rebounds. Not too many bad things to say about him in this game, although he did have 4 fouls. But him not being a great decision maker and getting lost on defense a lot, it's stuff that I was very well aware of, even when the Lakers did get him, like even before the Lakers got him actually. But I was okay with getting him simply for the fact that the Lakers gave up nothing for him. I hope they do figure things out, although Marc Gasol, I'm not saying that Marc Gasol at this point in his career is actually a better player than Andre Drummond, but I feel like he's more playable next to Anthony Davis. If anyone else who's watching every Lakers game, don't you feel that way? And I know Marc Gasol is definitely far from the star player he used to be, but he's still a very good three-point shooter. Yeah, he struggled with that early on in the season, but for the whole season he's shooting 39% from 3. Still a facilitator, still stretches the floor, and on defense he can still get verticality when guys are attacking the basket, and he's just a much smarter player, even though Drummond may be more talented. And the Lakers were without him too. But if the Lakers are going to stick with Drummond in the playoffs, yeah, I just hope that they're able to figure out the chemistry. They're going to need to hurry up with figuring out the chemistry. Not a whole lot of time left. And also, another thing I got to talk about. Twice in this game, this is something that really drives me nuts. And I know when I played in high school, if I ever fouled at a three-point shooter, that would have given me a seat right on the bench. Yet it's something that we've seen in the NBA way too often for way too long now. When a guy's shooting a 3, just contest, get your hand in his face to bother him, and don't jump. Is that really too hard? Is that really too much to ask for? And we saw LeBron do it? Yeah, I don't care who it is. If I see a guy on my team mess up, I'm going to call him out for it. And I was this way for Kobe too. I don't care who it is. I root for the name on the front before I ever root for the name on the back. So, LeBron fans, get butthurt all you want, but I'm going to call him out right here. He fouled Rodney Hood late in the shot clock on a desperation 3 and pretty much gave Rodney Hood free 3 points. Obviously, this is not the only reason the Lakers lost, far from it, but it's something I got to call him out for. I know LeBron's a really smart player, so knowing that he is a smart player, yeah, I know you're smarter than that. In case any young kids are watching this, yeah, like I said, never ever leave your feet on a jump shooter. Contest, get your hand in his face, and that should at least disrupt the shot. If it goes in, fine, live with the results, but don't jump. And we also saw KCP do it on Kyle Lowry. And yes, well, throughout the fourth quarter, Kyle Lowry was hitting some tough contested shots, but also KCP let him have a 4-point play. Yeah, that's 7 points that I just mentioned that the Lakers gave up for the Raptors on some stupidity. Well, okay, if Kyle Lowry makes that shot, then fine, but when you're giving away free points like that, yeah, that's not okay. I don't know about these guys in the NBA, and obviously they're way better at basketball than I'll ever be. That's why they're in the NBA and I'm just here venting on YouTube. But I don't know what they were taught, but I'm pretty sure, I feel like what I was taught to contest a shot and not jump when a guy shooting a jump shot does make sense, does it not? And the Raptors also scored 21 points off turnovers. But you know what? Even with all this though, I actually do like the fight that the Lakers put up towards the end of the game. They actually got back in this game, even though they were down by 20 early in the fourth quarter, and they cut it to single digits. Okay, I can at least be happy to see that. But still, it was a game the Lakers absolutely should have won. And the last game, the same can absolutely be said. And yeah, all of these next 8 games are must-win games. And I'm not making any excuses for this team. They gotta get it together right now. We do not want to see the play-in tournament. Absolutely not. Now I know that the Rockets in 1995 were the 6th seed. And I know the Knicks made the finals as an 8th seed before. I know the Heat made the finals as a 5th seed last year. I know. But still, we don't want to drop down too much in the standings. But with that said though, if and when the Lakers do lose in the playoffs, don't expect me to give a dime dropper like rant when the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. Don't expect that out of me. Yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed, but don't expect me to just completely flip out like that, because at least I've seen my team win championships multiple times, and I've got to see my team win last year. Yeah, I don't need to go crazy like that. And hey, last year's championship, that's something that's gonna always have a special place in my heart. Did it for Kobe. It happened on my birthday. It's one of those moments that I will always cherish for the rest of my life, and it's something that happened in 2020 that I get to say that about. So if the Lakers do end up losing in the playoffs, being the defending champions was fun while it lasted. Yes, I'd like to get another ring for sure. Even though, yes, I'm very happy with winning one championship with LeBron and AD. Of course I want more. Hell yeah, I absolutely want more. But if it doesn't happen, well, I don't think I'll lose too much sleep over it. If it's gonna happen though, gonna need to get in rhythm, need to step it up right now. Alright. So, rant over. Please remember to like the video if you still haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. If you made it this far in the video, remember to hit that notification bell, please. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're a Lakers hater, I will allow trash talk just as long as you don't get disrespectful. Alright, I'll see you next time.